Want to help the channel? Go to teespring.com/shopq2cast, where you can get the new Patriot merch and the classic Madman and American Asylum shirts and mugs. Use the promo code MADMAN at checkout for an additional 10% off your purchase. That's teespring.com/shopq2cast.
Danny. Rain.
Hey there, I gotta say, how crazy could situations be? Things that have been on hold for such a long time. We have discussed this before, and I'm praying, are we getting this?
Some of us have been looking forward to this day for a long, long time.
But before we start, thank you for tuning in. My name is Zane. Welcome to this edition of Madman with a Show. I have to laugh to the situation that is going on. Of course, this week we have the 3 H's: Hazy, Hot, and Hall H. That's right, it is a Comic-Con week, if you haven't realized from the other episodes that we've put out. I'll tell you, it is really... I taped this early part of the week. It's really hot. I mean, looking on my map, let's see... We are talking, it's about, we've taped this early in the day. It's 91 degrees with the humidity. It feels like 100. My God, we're about the same temperature as Orlando, Florida, down in Disney World. So it's probably hotter down there at the moment as well. Because basically it's just a scorcher. But hopefully, looking at the forecast down the line, it's going to go down a bit, cool off a bit, and then just heat up just a tad again. I think we're getting for a balance. I think we've been cool too long this summer. We're finally getting the heat in. But, like I said, Hall H, it's a Comic-Con week. Also, we got Microsoft with a big show on Thursday from when you watch this. But we're going to concentrate on this at the moment. A while back, we discussed this several times. We know about the movie, The New Mutants, the X-Men spinoff, which has been played around all the way from Fox to now being owned by Disney, because Fox is now part of the Disney family. This movie has been pulled, torn, twisted, re-edited, reshot. We know it is touted to be a superhero horror, even though I think it still has a PG-13 rating on it. It is directed by Josh Boone. It stars Maisie Williams, Anna Taylor-Joy, Charlie Heaton, if you know him from Stranger Things, Henry Zaga, and Blunt Hunt. And supposedly we have Antonio Banderas in this, but we don't know. Some things have been shot, so this is, like I said, extra. Now, you may ask yourself, Zane, why are you talking about this again? Well, supposedly, actually it is, on Thursday, according to my calendar, I'll bring my calendar back up again just to confirm. Thursday at 2 p.m. is going to be a panel at Comic-Con at Home with the New Mutants.
New Mutants, rated PG-13. And on July 23rd, don't miss the New Mutants panel at Comic-Con at Home.
Now, who we're getting there on there hasn't been too much explained, but I guess we are going to get some more information on that. The dates have been changed since, I think, 2017. We've gone through several changes. The last date, and the only reason why it was stopped at this point, this was supposed to come out in April, but we went into the COVID and the movie theaters were shut down. It caused another delay on this movie. The new date now is August 28th. It hasn't been pushed back yet. I think it's been like 4 or 5 release dates have been thrown on this. There was the point where we don't even know if we were going to get this movie. Now, several people like Nerdist and a couple of others have written up, there could be a possibility here, because they've been talk about maybe it gets a video on demand release or a Blu-ray release, or going straight to Disney Plus, because we already know Disney has already put X-Men movies on the Disney Plus channel. Movies like X-Men Apocalypse, Days of Future Past, those are already appearing on the Disney Plus channel. You can get that if you haven't gotten it. Sign up. You might want to watch it again. But here we got to the situation. Could we pull a Cloverfield? If you remember what happened when they released the third Cloverfield movie during the Super Bowl a little while back, it was immediately released on Netflix that day. Could there be a possibility that instead of August 28th, since movie theaters are not going to open, especially up here in New York, they're not going to open on it soon. I don't know if they're going to go from the drive-in sort of way, which that would be nice if they go to the drive-in, watch this at a drive-in. But could they release this movie on video on demand that day at Comic-Con? I mean, there is a possibility. There could be a possibility. Seeing this on there, and like I said, if you haven't heard the X-Men Mutants yet, it's, of course, it's based on the comic of the same, and they're touting it. Like I said, they're touting it as a horror. It's about a bunch of kids in an asylum on there, and they're touting their powers. And seeing from the new trailer did drop this week, saying that it's going to be at Comic-Con at home, is making me believe there is going to be an earlier release possibility, or somehow even if it's released on August 28th, it may be a video on demand release. I'm dying to see this movie. I want to see what Josh Boone did with this movie. Like I said, this movie's been re-edited, reshot, twisted. Like I said, there's stuff with supposedly Antonio Banderas. Is he coming in? Because there's talk of Sinister and stuff like that. Could they possibly? I mean, you're talking about the main antagonist is Demon Bear. That basically that I can't wait to see that. I mean, if anything, from the New Mutants, I'm not a New Mutants reader, but I did like when I saw the stories on there, and I never got into it. I should have gotten into it then on there, but there was so many comics at that time period. But just to see, it's like seeing Galactus in a way, because basically there are some villains that we didn't get in the MCU universe, the X-Men universe, the Sony universe, whatever you want to call the situations. I mean, we're starting to get some villains on there, some character. I mean, we got Venom, we got Mobius, Kraven the Hunter. Supposedly we'll have crossover ins into Spider-Man. Now we are able to say mutants and stuff like that. I mean, you got so much that's going on right now. So much in the Marvel universe that's coming across. We're hoping that the New Mutants is going to be part of this. I mean, this is what was originally, I think they wanted to tout this as a trilogy. I mean, hopefully there's a chance. I mean, the good news on this, and listening to her, that Disney is putting money into this. That's the good thing. That's the really good thing, is that they're not shelving the sucker into there or throwing it on a video release. They're just literally, they are putting money into it. I mean, if they're putting a Comic-Con haul together, even though Marvel's going to be doing their separate one later on, and so is DC, if they're putting this into Comic-Con itself, I mean, it's going to show is that Disney is interested in the project, and they do want to put this out. So much money has been put into this. I mean, it would be at a loss. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it does come out to be a loss for them, this situation. But this particular title, for the reason is, because of the way it's been going back and forth. But could this bring a new element, help to bring the mutant universe into the MCU? I mean, it is a possibility. I mean, we have now delays on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We know a delay that's going to be part of it. Black Widow, I think supposedly straight on target. I'm not certain what's going to be going on with Wanda. But understand, New Mutants may be very important to this. It could start a different version of the MCU. Could it be part of the MCU, even though this is a part of the Fox lineup? But now we know Disney has a hold of this. Will it go to Disney Plus? Will it go to Hulu? We don't know. We'll know on Hall 8. Well, if it is Hall 8. On the Thursday afternoon at 2. So stay tuned. We will have a lot more information on this as soon as we get it. So comment below. You tell me how you feel about this. Do you want to see this movie finally? Do you want to say, throw it in the garbage? You know, there have been films that are still sitting on shelves, and there are some movies that have been sitting on shelves for years that are finally getting released. It is not uncommon that this would happen, that this would sit for a while. There have been movies in the past that have sat for several years. Some of them have done very well, some of them they're okay, and some of them have bombed. So you tell me. Comment, like, share, support. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Man with the Show. There is more coming, more Comic-Con news coming as it comes along. Stay cool, drink a lot of water, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next round.
Always brings a smile to my face.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and please share this video. We are on multiple social media sites listed below, and don't forget, hit that notification bell to let you know when new episodes premiere here on Cuticast TV.